What's up, people? Welcome back to The Guitar Woodshed. My name is Mark Hopkins, and I will be your guide today through discussions on the modes. What are they, and how can they help us expand our fretboard? Bouncing off the platform that we've been talking about for the past few blogs, which would be pentatonic scale. So first we talked about the pentatonic scale, talked about adding notes, taking notes away, cool ideas that you can use interspersing arpeggios within your pentatonic patterns and shapes and form. But what I wanted to do right now is talk about how we can use the modes with our pentatonic scale to change the vibe a little bit so it doesn't sound so standard pentatonic. And here's another thing, just a really quick aside. We're all musicians, we listen to a ton of music. Find some guitar players that step outside the box. You know, it's great when you first start playing. Learn Stevie Ray stuff, learn Hendrix, listen to Albert King. Go through that whole Three Kings phase and all that stuff. And dig into that as much as you can. Go back further, Magic Sam and folks like that too. Robert Johnson, like Mississippi John Hurt. Like, keep going back, and find some things of where it originated and how far it's come. And then look at people like Jimmy Herring and Wayne Krantz, Eric Krasno, people like that who have taken the pentatonic vibe, done a lot of cool stuff with it that doesn't sound like your standard pentatonic approach. And then you can get back and settle back into what you do, take from that stuff and become your own player, because we all have heroes, we all want to emulate that. So anyway, that aside, I just wanted to get into this mode thing. Now, what are modes? Okay, so let's just say we're in the key of G major, alright? Good if I play the right chord. So anyway, G major, okay? Now, what the modes are, basically is, we are going to play the G major scale on all 7 scale degrees. So we're going to start on G, and we're going to play G Ionian, which would be okay. That is your major scale, like everyone's heard it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, up another octave. And then when you move up to your second scale degree, that would be A. So G, A. And then we're going to start the same scale, same notes of that scale, but starting on A, okay, which is a Dorian. Okay, and back down. So forth and so on. Then we're going to go to the third scale degree, which is B, which would be Phrygian. Play the same notes of the scale of G major, but starting on B. In a nutshell, that's what we mean by the modes, okay? So what I want to impart to you is learning those in every key, to expand your knowledge of your fretboard. Because you want to get to the point where you're not just seeing frets and lines and dots and things like that. You want to look at your instrument and see intervals. You want to look at your instrument and you want to see notes on your neck. Like, literally see the letter A right here, right? So that becomes, I guess, just the next level and the next step as a guitar player's life, where if you can get to that point, you're really starting to break ground. So what I want to do, really quick, is talk about this in relation to playing minor pentatonic. Okay, so since we're in G major, the relative minor to G major is E minor. Okay, so basically what I can do is, if I am in the key of E minor, I can play that. I played the major third there, sorry about that habit. But so E minor. Okay, I can play G major using all of my modes in G major over E minor. So if you're in the middle of a solo, so what did I do there? I was interspersing minor pentatonic ideas with my modes. Okay, so what I think is cool about that is I'm not just hanging out down here. Alright, I have this whole space all the way up my neck. And that is what really sets it off, to be able to use your whole neck, get up and down. And all the time when I play out, it's funny because it's the most simplest things that once you start doing this, you'll see how simple it is. But I hear all the time, man, you use your whole neck. I'm like, you're supposed to, right? You're supposed to learn it and have access to it. And this is what will give you that access, to doing that. And will be the first person to tell you that I am an average guitar player. I have ideas that I think are good sometimes, and I think I'm not a shredder. I don't speed rip through my neck or anything like that. But knowing where things are and having the facility to get to them is penultimate. Like, it really is a game changer once you know this stuff. And I'm sure a lot of you guys already know this, and it's nothing new. But for the fraction of you guys that are checking this out and keeping up with the Guitar Woodshed stuff, definitely keep coming back. I'm going to keep trying to provide some cool content. But it's super important. It's something that a lot of guitar players, when you first start out playing, maybe playing for a year or two, you hear about modes, but you don't really understand them. You've heard of the circle of fifths, but you don't understand it. This is the time to take something very simplistic, something that's the first thing you learn when you're a little kid is to, you watch The Sound of Music and do re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, okay? You learn the major scale. It's as simple as the major scale and starting that major scale over and over again from the next scale degree up. That is brass tacks, as simple as you can possibly make it. And the more you do it and the more you drill it into your head, the more you're going to notice that not only is this now working when you're playing, but these are starting to just follow along. And I think that's super cool. I think that's kind of the next level. And what I felt for me when I was, 20, maybe I was 20 or 21 when I learned. And I really learned the modes. And I played guitar since I was in the 7th grade, and I don't know how I got away faking my way through soloing all the time throughout that, who knows. But it's what I felt changed my game as a guitar player. So, again, wherever you are, whatever key you're playing in, if you're playing in E minor, then you got to think about what the relative major is and start using your modes. Then you're in G major, right? So you can intersperse that E minor pentatonic vibe with your G major modes, okay? If you're in A minor, well, yeah, you got that A minor box, right? But then you also have C major. So the theory stuff will all start to come and fall into place as well. But, yeah, man, just do it. Just do it. I'm going to stop talking because I don't need to fill any space. You guys go ahead and sit down and do this stuff. I'm sure you can go online and Google G major modes, and I'm sure they'll pull up a ton of charts of fingerings and things like that. I say if you need that, great. What's even better as a theory education is to sit down, learn the notes of the G major scale, which are G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, and then go up another octave, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, and do that starting on every next scale degree. So instead of starting on G, you're going to be playing the same notes that you just said, but starting on A. So A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A. And there's your A Dorian. And then go up another octave. And I think if you sit with it and you drill it into your head and go slow, that's what will really help you kind of get this under your fingers. Anyway, have fun, guys. I will see you next time on the Guitar Woodshed.